Good morning to everyone who are participating in this webinar, and congratulations from me also. I am presenting the paper which contains the significance of the ideology of counter narratives. The truths in the narrative emerge not from their faithful representation of past, but rather from shifting connections between past, present, and future. In considering counter narratives, narrating, resisting, making sense, Michael Bamberg and Molly Andrews have enriched the value of counter narratives and have traced its development in a practical manner. Normally, the stories which people tell and live offer resistance, either implicitly or explicitly, to dominant culture narratives. Contradictions are an integral part of the modern world, and hence a fixed hegemonic standard leads to a viewfall of prejudice and bias. The necessity for finding out alternative ways or expression becomes imperative to counter the official narration. The novels of M.G. Vasanji and Rohinton Mistry provide an excellent opportunity to explore the impact of counter narratives as they are fictional representations of immigrant history. Alexander Pedicord describes people's attempt to achieve the keeping of memories, narrate everyday experience, and influence their future as counter-narratives. The nature of counter-narrative is complex. It contains the act of destruction and preservation. Thomas Mascio calls counter-narrative the narrative of gift that reveals from forms of experience that can intrude on the process of self-construction. For him, counter-narrative is characterized by a distinctive emotional tone and a simple and powerful logic. The term counter-narrative is used by Vasanji and Mistry to express ethnic or decolonizing voices which disturb the univocal or Eurocentric discourses. While creating counter histories, Vasanji and Mistry problematize the traditional version of written history. They do not only create counter narratives and multiple discourses when writing about their ethnic history, but also rewrite the official version of history so as to include Parsi and South Asian identities. The narrative discourse offers fertile ground for cultural and historical interrogations, and above all illustrates the power of individuals to challenge the constraints of the dominant stories which surround them. Counter-narrative is an interdisciplinary subject that is not restricted to only narrative research. Moreover, counter-narrative emerges in different disciplines as well, such as law, women studies, sociology, psychology. Dominant discourse is modern society. In modern society are all pervasive. The counter discourses operate by exposing the weaknesses and internal contradictions of dominant discourses, such as bourgeoisie liberalism. Counter-narrative is related to, but not interchangeable with counter-discourse. The term counter-discourse is now commonplace in post-colonial theory. In fact, both post-modernist and post-colonial writings attempt to counter the forces of modernization and themselves emerge as a reaction formation to the trauma of history. Narratives are understood to be constructions, performances, enactments, plots and counterplots, which emphasize action, motive, event, and process within a social context. The job of literature is to deal with the problems of society in the social and secular context, particularly in the post-colonial era, to discover the reality of history, which is not a matter of presentation but interpretation. History is a dynamic, unstable interplay among these forces. According to new historians, personal identity, like his historical event, is shaping and shaped by the culture in which it emerges. The suppressed historical narratives of marginalized groups find their way in new historicism, but with plurality of voices, in which the post-colonial theory takes the same importance of the formation of identity, which is affected by power. The contribution of the new historicism, as Gallagher argues, has been to identify a third alternative in which the very antagonism between literature and ideology becomes a powerful and socially functional mode of constructing subjectivity. Thus, counter-narratives provide alternative to dominant historical narratives in both content and form. When personal stories are shared in social context, the individual may come to represent groups' shared experience, and in this way gains its importance. The need to assert a distinct identity and recall the ethno-religious characteristics of minority groups are the major concerns. There is an important dimension in the historical analysis by articulating events in which male and female untouchable characters are marginalized by gender and caste in India and outside. Thank you. So I tried to focus on dimensions and outreach of this particular theme. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Saurabh.
Thank you so very much, sir, for sharing your views on what counter narrative is, and for actually being with us in this program. Thank you so much. It means a lot to us.